Hey, what's going on, guys? It's HawksNest here, back with another Call of Duty mobile video. Now, inside of today's video, we're going to be looking at a community update that COD Mobile did put out on their subreddits. Basically, inside of this, there's some stuff pertaining to the diamond skin. There's two teasers for two new weapons, which we've talked about a little bit, but inside of this video, I kind of want to go in depth on exactly what I think those weapons will look like and maybe some of the stats that we can expect on them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so here we are on Reddit with the community update. I'm not going to talk about the stuff here that doesn't really matter because there's a bunch of just kind of fill for this, but there are a couple things that I do want to talk about that is a little bit more important. First off, this is a glimpse of the new map that's coming inside of Season 13. Don't know what this is yet, but looks pretty cool. Oh, and by the way, this is what it looks like when I try to calculate recoil inside of the game. But yeah, outside of that, we have that, and then we also have Snowy Raid coming, and then we have a glimpse at the two new weapons that are going to be coming inside of Season 13, including the Peacemaker, or Peacekeeper. Did I say Peacemaker? It's called the Peacekeeper. Basically, I did a whole video about that, but this is a AR that was in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. It also had a Black Ops 2 version, but this version is the same body as the one that was in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, so that's an assault rifle that will be coming. And then we also have a Season 13 SMG, which is going to be the MP7, which has been in a variety of CODs, but most recently Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Again, I'm going to talk about the expected stats on these weapons really soon, but there's a couple other things I want to get through before we go ahead and talk about that a little bit more. The next thing is going to be the public test beta. What they said about this is that they do have the public beta test build coming up, though. Okay, I read that kind of weird, but anyway, they have the public beta test build coming up, which means most of the maps and the new weapons will be available to try out there. However, as per usual, we won't start confirming and publicly sharing information on those new maps, modes, or whatever else is public in the inside of the public test build until our usual time when we start officially posting about it here on our social channels. We just like to look at it as everyone in the public test build will get a sneak peek. Enough of all of that for now. Let's go ahead and jump into the new community update. So that's what they had to say about the public test build. I think they said some more. Let me go double check. Okay, yeah, so if we go down a little bit, it says right here, public test build. To follow up on our last two sparse messages about this, barring any unforeseen issues, the public test build will be releasing later this week. So we will be getting this later this week, which should include the new maps and new weapons, so we'll be able to get a little bit more of a look into exactly what all of that does look like, which is really cool. And they said later this week, and currently it is Tuesday, so I would expect it maybe on like Saturday or Sunday. I don't really know exactly when they kind of like to do stuff like this, but a couple more days we should be able to actually get the public test build, and I will make a video on how you guys can download that when it does come out. But yeah, so that's pretty much the only important thing that I wanted to talk about right there. The rest of it is just other stuff. I think they talk about the Stage 5 Grand Finals, which unfortunately they did cancel, but all of the teams that did make it to the Grand Finals but weren't actually able to play because of COVID, they still will be getting paid, which is really cool. I did a whole video talking about exactly how much money each team is going to be getting on my second channel, so if you guys want to watch that, it will be linked down below. But yeah, outside of that, we got a couple other things that I'm not going to talk about because this video would be a little bit too muddy because a lot of this stuff isn't super important. Just like the new perk is inside of the game in the seasonal challenge. I got more seasonal challenge stuff. Beast of Burden event, credit store update, a couple more information on bug reports, which I will have this whole thing linked down below if you guys want to read all of this also. But yeah, so that's going to be the community update, but outside of the community update, they also respond to a bunch of different questions inside of the comment section of this post, and there is a couple things that I do want to point out to you guys, which is actually really exciting pertaining to Diamond. So if I go ahead and do Control F so that I can find any kind of word that I want to find inside of this page, and I type in Diamond, right here, War TVT asked, is Diamond Camo coming in Season 13, or do we still have to wait longer? And then COD Mobile responded and said yes, so it is coming in Season 13. They said, we'll see if we can grab some screenshots of it to share in our next community update. So it seems like in the next community update, we will be able to see exactly what Diamond does look like, and we do know that it is coming in Season 13. I'm also curious to see if it is out inside of the test server. I imagine if it's not in the test server, like you can't really see it inside of the game, it probably will be in like the game files, so we'll probably be able to see what Diamond looks like by the time the test server does actually come out. But in terms of the release date, it will be coming in Season 13. They didn't specify whether or not it'll be coming at the beginning, middle, end, or anything like that, so we don't know that much specifics, but it is coming in Season 13, which is really cool to hear because I'm personally super pumped for Diamond just because the Damascus camo inside of the game is cool, but I think Diamond is just, it's better. Hopefully it looks really cool. I'm kind of thinking they're going to make it look like probably the Cold War Diamond. I think personally my favorite Diamond out of all the CODs is Black Ops 2, so I'm hoping it looks like that, but Cold War is very similar. Basically all the diamonds in Black Ops always look really cool, so we'll see how they do, but hopefully it should be pretty cool. And then they also had one other thing to say about Diamond, which was kind of vague. They didn't really say anything super specific, but I think it's right here. Someone said, nice, can you tell us how we will get it? Someone responded, I think after getting gold, you have to kill a certain number of enemies in a certain number of matches, similar to Obsidian from Modern Warfare 2019, in which COD Mobile official responded and said that is very possible, but we'll try to bring that information next week also. So hopefully we'll actually be able to figure out exactly how you can obtain Diamond by the time that they do actually post about it inside of the next community update. Also right here, someone said, I like that they have implemented characters from the Black Ops saga, such as Outrider, Battery, Nomad, etc. But will they include iconic characters from the Black Ops campaign in the next Season 13, whether they are protagonists like Alex, Mason, Frank Woods, Adler, Hudson, etc.? And could you tell us a little hint about the next Battle Pass? I know it's very, very early, even if the track is... I can't read right now. Even if the track is very small with a single word, beforehand, thank you very much. And then COD Mobile responded and said, hey, thanks for the support and appreciation for all of the craziness that is pumping out a new season every single month for a whole year. Haha. Well, if you can't tell from all of our map teasers so far, the theme may or may be winter related, may or may not be. I'd assume they meant to say, but obviously it is winter related. And then the next thing they said is, to your second question, we do already have Frank Woods in the game. And yes, there are some more coming in this next Battle Pass actually, which coincidentally also kind of answers your third question about the Battle Pass hint. Just to add one more, that the new assault rifle, which is going to be the Peacekeeper, we have teased about above, is going to have a free and paid version in the Battle Pass. So that is how the weapon is going to be obtained next season. It is going to be a free version inside of the Battle Pass, and then a paid version obviously as well. And I would assume there probably also is going to be a lucky draw for it, but it is going to be totally free inside of the Battle Pass. And then someone responded and said that probably means the MP7 will come as a lucky draw for paid skin and as a seasonal challenge for the base gun. COD Mobile responded, you clearly have a good grasp on how we regularly deal with releasing multiple new weapons in one season. So that pretty much is how we're going to be getting it, the MP7. It's going to be a seasonal challenge weapon more than likely. And yeah, that's pretty much it for what they had to say. So I think now we're just going to go ahead and talk about exactly what we can kind of expect from the Peacekeeper as well as the MP7. So first off, basically when you're looking at a new weapon, I think one of the stats that is pretty much always consistent between the COD Mobile version as well as the version from other games is going to be the fire rate of the guns. I did look at some of the other COD Mobile guns that we have and kind of compared them to weapon or their counterparts inside of COD, and it seems like COD Mobile is very consistent with making the fire rate the same between the COD and COD Mobile versions. So more than likely the fire rate for the Peacekeeper is going to look like 659, which if you guys are curious what weapon that's very similar to, the BK-57 has that basically exact same fire rate. The AGR with the 5.56 attachment is super similar. And then the HG40 and the RPD also have basically the exact same fire rate. So if we assume that that is the fire rate, the way that I would balance the weapon just to make it fit into the meta really well is like this. I would give it a damage of 27 from 0 to 14 meters, and then from 15 to 21 meters, I would give it 24 damage. 22 meters and beyond, I would give it 19 damage, which means that it'd be a 4-shot kill, 5-shot kill, and then 6-shot kill. Penetration, I would give it AR standard penetration, so it'd be able to shoot through walls just like any other AR. Headshot multiplier, I'd give it a 1.1x to kind of balance it out a little bit, because typically the Peacekeeper Mark II is kind of like an SMG hybrid, so I would give it the 1.1x headshot multiplier just so it kind of lines up with like the Type 25, the HBR, and the Man of War. And obviously other SMGs also have this headshot multiplier. And then in terms of the RPM, like I said, 659 is more than likely what we're going to get. In terms of the base ADS speed, I think it's going to have a really, really fast ADS speed, because this is one of the unique traits of this weapon in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, because again, it is kind of like an SMG, but it's an AR. So I think we're going to be getting a faster ADS or possibly the fastest ADS speed of all of the ARs. So my guess was 258 milliseconds, which would put it at basically the very top of all the ARs. Mag size 32 based on past CODs. Reload speed 1.67, which is on the faster side. And in terms of the recoil, I expect it to not bounce that much. I think it'll go kind of low, or it won't go very high, and it'll go kind of straight into the side. So it'll kind of look like this. That's what I think it'll be like. So kind of similar to the LK24. That's my best guess. And in terms of the bullet spread accuracy, I think it'll just have average bullet spread accuracy. So that's the stats I expect on the Peacekeeper. Personally, we're going to see if I'm right when the gun does actually come out. And then in terms of the MP7, this is what I expect. I expect from 0 to 9 meters, 23 damage, which is a 5-shot kill, and also a 5-shot kill to the legs, because I did say that it is going to have a 0.9 multiplier to the legs. From 10 to 13 meters, 20 damage, which would be a 5-shot kill and a 6-shot kill to the legs. 14 to 19 meters would be 18 damage. 20 to 25 would be 16 damage, and then 26 damage, or 26 meters and above would be 13 damage. Penetration, SMG standard, so it'd be the same as all the other SMGs. Multipliers would be the same as the other SMGs. In terms of the fire rate, it is more than likely going to be 950 based on the MP7 in past CODs. 950, if you're curious, is I think a little bit faster or slower than the MSMC. Let me go double check. Yeah, the MSMC has a fire rate of 923 rounds per minute, so it'd be a little bit faster. And then base ADS speed, I expect it to be on the faster side, not super fast, not super slow, just kind of normal for an SMG. Max size, I expect 30. Reload speed 1.88, which is a little bit slower for an SMG. And in terms of the recoil, I expect it to be a little bit high, like up and straight, but I think it'll not bounce that much because that's how it is in Modern Warfare, which makes it a really good long-range SMG actually, which is really weird because it does shoot super fast. Especially if you build it to be a long-range gun, it actually works really well in like Warzone, for example. But I expect it to be high but straight, and I expect the accuracy to be super, super high. Which basically would make this weapon not kill super fast up close. Like, it'd be okay, but it's not really on the Fennec level or anything like that. I think this gives it a time to kill of like 250 milliseconds, whereas the MSMC and the Fennec are in like the sub 200 range, like 190 or something like that. And then after that, it's this exact same time to kill up to about 13 meters. And then after that, this is where it's probably a little bit more in its prime, probably from like 10 to like 20 meters is when it's like really, really good. But I don't know. We'll see. Again, this is just kind of my initial prediction for the weapon. But yeah, so that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, definitely make sure to drop a like and a sub down below. With all of that being said, I'll see you guys later. Peace.